Yo guys, welcome back. It's about ISJ back with another one. So, as you can see by the title of this video is they use it the best. And I know you guys might be wondering what is this YouTuber talking about? But I shall tell you. So, when you look on the Bullock community or the Bullock entire context page, whatever language you want to look at, we always see content creator talk about what is the best eye, but we never hear anybody say who uses their eyes to the best of its ability. And that is what today's video will be about. Which Bullock player, including master strikers, use their eyes to the best abilities. But before we go into the video, I want to say a few things. So first thing is, we won't be taking any character who hasn't been confirmed to use an eye. So for example, Metavision Predator eye, if a character doesn't have a confirmation of one, we won't use it. And two, if we don't know the abilities of what the eye can do, we also won't take that into account. And three, we won't take into characters who, yes, we have seen but we have the abilities of it, but if we do not see like great feats from it, or if we have seen that character being flushed out, we won't take them into consideration. For example, Charles, we know he has mental vision, but we haven't seen a lot of it for us to grade it. But anyhow, let's dive into the video and let's see where I rank certain players. So at number 5, I have Michael Kaiser. So Kaiser is one of the best players when it comes to using his eyes in Bullock, and from what you have seen with his feet, he has Metavision and Predator eyes, and the only player we have seen using both eyes. So let's start with his most dominant one, and that is his Metavision. Where Kaiser uses the Metavision to find spaces and be in the right position to use his weapon known as the Kaiser Impact. And on the defensive side, he is able to replace while doing the same on the offensive side and keep up with players on his level. So let's move to his less used eye, the Predator eye, which he does not use unless he is shooting with the Kaiser Impact or trying to square. In those moments when he uses it, he finds the best place to shoot the ball to score in the net. And from what we can see from Kaiser's playing style with both eyes, his impact on the offense and the defensive side with the Predator eye is very weak, especially with the players I have above him who use those eyes, including his Metavision. So at number 4, we have Mr. Hiyori. And the reason why I have Hiyori's number here is because he uses Metavision, but he's the only known ability with his eyes he can use. And he is one of the best at using it. And his way how he uses the Metavision and the ability to read the field is on par with Isagi. Isagi even said it himself. So the first time we see Hiyori using it was in the Ubers match. And he made one of crazy reflex play which led to Isagi scoring a goal, and Isagi bragged that out of him. But we saw leading up to that, he was making good plays, and even before that, when he took the shot, he was making plays. He was setting up himself to go in the best position, looking for the right space, and he found it. And then now in the PSG game, we see Hiyori taking on a more defensive role against Charles, who I do say is one of the best Metavision users, but you haven't seen a lot from him. But you see him taking on Charles, and he is keeping up. Not only is he keeping up with Charles, he also has top range from scoring arguably one of the best goals in the series. He's completely top range. He saw the play what Rin was going to do, and he stopped it. So like both offense and defensively, the way how he reads this game, it's one of the best. And that is why I have it at number 4. And so in the third spot, we have Mark Snuffy, who only uses Metavision as we can see from what he has done, and is a master striker. But before going in, and this is my personal take on Mark Snuffy. I do believe he can be higher, but hear me out. I feel he didn't go all out because what Mark Snuffy did on the field, it did not strike me as him going all out. I feel like he was just toying with Barrow and Noah. I don't think he was just toying and playing with them, and he didn't get that push to go far. And also, he was in the match for 3 minutes. Like we have seen Isagi, we have seen Iori, we have seen Kaiser. Each of these guys have got a lot of minutes. But from the 3 minutes and from the few chapters we have seen, we can make a fair assumption of him. But I digress. So let's get into Mr. Snuffy. So when Snuffy came into the field, he changed the entire playing structure for both sides. He affected the field with his eyes. With just his eyes, he affected the complete field. The entire game changed with his entrance. So first, the Ubers went from a more defensive team to a more offensive team. And the Boston Munich went from a more offensive team to a more defensive team. So with his eyes, he came on the field, changed both teams' play style. Not only that, he was creating so much formation and so much designs for his team, but Isagi struggled to keep up with him. And Isagi even said, he has endless possibilities. So you know what I did? They had to take Raichi and put Raichi against him just to limit him, not to stop him, just to limit him. And the way how he moves in this game with the eye, he was able to get in and out of spaces. So he makes a pass, he goes, runs around as two players, comes out in another spot. And even if you notice him, like what Michael Kaiser did, he is capable of shaking you off. Because Kaiser found out what he was doing, went in the same position as I was like, hey, I'm here. But he's like, okay, so what? I am still 2 steps ahead of you. Heads the ball to his team, heads the ball to his teammate to score. Well, Nico didn't score, tried to pass the bar, but whatever. But yeah, he was crazy in that match. And then let's talk about the defensive part of the field. His ability to read the defense is, we didn't get to see a lot of it, but from the little what we saw, he did it well. He was in the right position. His timing was perfect. So that is why I have him in the third spot. And again, he can be number 1 for you guys. If you believe so, you can argue with me in the comments. But from what we have seen from 3 minutes we got, and from the little bit what you have got from him, this is how high I can personally put him. So in our second spot, we have Shohei Bara. And yes, I know this is a shock to you all, but calm yourself down. As I said earlier in the video, this is about characters who uses their eyes to the best of his ability, not about character who has the best eyes. And let me show you something. Barry has used his eyes to his best of ability, and his eye is what the guys might be wondering is the predator eye. So this eye is mainly used to find the best course for goal, and he does it the best, even better than Van Kaiser on the offensive part, with how he finds a way to score goals. For example, when the field is crowded or Bar is in a creative situation, a player like Isagi, who uses metavision, will have a hard time to find a shot course. But Barrow, using Predator Eye, he can find a shot course way easier, even better than how Kaiser does it in the Manshine game when he uses a Kaiser Impact. And Barrow in the Uber's case uses it to his ability to find the best course to score his Barrow mid-range shot. Then we also see him use it against Isagi and Kaiser when they both play defense against him. And in this moment in time, both Isagi and Kaiser were using metavision. They were making, they read the game so well to the point that if Barrow took a shot, either one of them would have blocked it. But Barrow with Predator Eye was able to make Isagi and Kaiser split their legs, shoot between them, Like he was with the predator, he made up, he found the chakras, the perfect chakras. And then to split the legs, he shot it through, and he was shot it through Stuffy's foot, as even Stuffy gave him that, but still, he shot it through 3 players' foot. And on the defensive side, we haven't seen him use it a lot, like the players with use man vision, but we see that his predator eye and how he is on the defensive side, he is capable of finding the goal threats or player who possess the most threat to goal. For example, Hiyori assisting Isagi, he was able to find here pick up Hiyori just in time, even though Hiyori, passed the ball over him. He was able to pick that up with his predator eye. He uses these abilities, but he just mainly used to score goals. He uses it to its best, I just say. So now in the first part we have Isagi, who has shown he can use his eyes to the best of his ability on both offense and defense. So we see Isagi go from level to level with his metavision, the eye what he uses. The first time we got to see it was in the Barca match, but it was unconsciously. And the second time we get to actually see it was in the Manchester match, where he made some very good plays with his both assists. With the first assist, him and Corona going on the field creating a hotline and he finding the right spot and shooting it. Kaiser messed it up and Konami stole the goal. And then for the second one, he did legit the same thing. Went up the field and then with Noah, and at the last moment Kaiser came and stopped him, but he passed it to Yuki for Yuki to score. And all that. And then we see him level up from the playmaking aspect to the goal scorer aspect to be find the best scoring spot for himself, with him and Corona one doing it, and at the Uber's defense, when they started to slow down, he sped up with Corona. Corona checked it over the defense and he scored it. And then, the goal that Kaiser scored, Kaiser admitted that was off Isagi play, and Isagi was playing through that entire situation. And then the last goal he scored, him and Hiyori making that reflex play happen. And now in the PXG match, we see him making the same play with his mental vision, going to the right spot. But the thing where he shines here is in the defensive aspect of how he's able to see where opponents are going to shoot the ball. For example, Barrow and the Snuffy system, he was able to pick up on how when Barrow is going to shoot and block him. And he has made a lot of defensive read in this entire NEL with his eye. Even when Rio passed the ball to not get the goalpost when he should have shot it, he predicted that with his mental vision. So that is why I have Isagi at the number 1 spot. Yeah guys, so this is my list. If you don't agree, you are able to do it in the comments. Make sure you guys like and subscribe for further videos like this. I'll be popping on more. So anyhow, peace.